position. We're going to make sure that when we're in our straddle, that our knees are up and our toes are up. So we don't want to let them roll in. So keeping those legs rotated and keeping both hips on the floor. So you don't have to be in a huge second position to start. Arms are going to be wide, feet are pointed. Just the toes, then the whole foot, press to the feet and the toes. So we want to really wake up all of those toes, work through each little metatarsal, and press and point. Now keep them pointed and reach up and over to the right. So again, we want to stretch through the arm. Think about the energy reaching through the opposite wall. Careful not to let this hip come up off the floor or roll in. So we're going to press back down with that side to get a deeper stretch into that left oblique. And then bring it through first position and back to second. And take it up and over to the left. Same thing, check in with that right hip, make sure it didn't pop off the floor. Also careful that we're not collapsing our body or rotating in. So we're going to really think about that energy going out to the other wall. And bring it back to the center. Let's try that again with flex feet. So try to flex your feet so hard that your heels come off the floor. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those thighs and take it up and over to the right. And then bring it back to the middle. And same thing up and over to the left. Keep flexing those toes straight to the ceiling. Reaching that right arm out a little further. And contract to the center. And now point both feet. Go ahead and bring your hips forward a little bit more if you can, keeping your knees to the ceiling, and try to get your elbows all the way on the ground. So fight to keep your knees facing up. It's a little bit hard to go all the way over and keep your legs turned out, but if you can do it, go for it. And then stay there and flex your feet really hard. Try to pull those heels back off the floor. Make sure that your big toes are facing straight up. And now try to push those pinky toes to the back wall a little bit more to rotate even further. So breathe into those hips. If you want to reach your arms straight towards the front, try to push your belly button all the way down if you can. Once you are all the way down, some stretches to make that a little bit further for you. You can take it over on the inside of the right leg and reach that opposite arm down, or the other way. But for now, just to start, work on just getting that belly button as close to the floor as you can. And then roll it up and shake your legs together. It feels really good to shake it out after that. So rotate through those hips. All right, so we're gonna do a pike stretch next. We wanna make sure our legs are parallel, so not turned out, not turned in, but straight up and together. Point your feet really hard, reach up to the sky. We're gonna reach as far as you can forward. Try to grab your arches of your feet and use your biceps to pull your head as close as you can to the floor. And you wanna try to just work on not tensing up your necks and just really hold that stretch as long as you can. If you can't reach your feet, you can grab under your ankles and then work towards reaching your feet later. Then we're gonna flex the feet, grab the toes. So this one we wanna work on pushing our shoulders down. So from the side, we should see a long back. So we wanna push our lower back forward and work on getting our spine as flat as possible. So sometimes that's hard if we can't quite reach our toes, but work on just the long spine with flexed feet and then grab the toes. If that's easy for you, you can work on pleating the arms towards the floor and then stretching it back up. And in the second round, you want to go a little further. If you're all the way flat, you can separate your legs a little bit and work on putting your forehead on the ground, or just keep them together, either way. And then flex. Push your shoulders down, flat back. And then shake it out. All right, then we're gonna go into a butterfly stretch before our last center split. So on our butterfly, we wanna grab our ankles, not our toes, because if we grab our toes, that causes those feet to sickle. So we wanna push our pinky toes to the floor and grab your ankles, pushing your knees down with your elbows, and then just relax your head forward. And then roll it up. You can put one hand behind and work on pushing one knee down to the ground. And then switch and press the other one down. And then back to the center, reaching those hands all the way forward and hold it. Try to work on getting your forehead all the way down to your feet. Great job, guys. Roll it up. For the center split, we're going to come through the straddle and walk it all the way up to our elbows. So you want to make sure that your ankles and your hips are in one line and slide straight out to our center split. If you're not all the way down, that's okay. Just hold yourself up on your elbows and make sure we have our legs straight and our toes pointed. More important to have solid technique than work on the height of everything first. And then breathe. One of my other favorite stretches to do in this second position is to lay all the way down and close your feet behind you. So that's called a frog. So opposite of a butterfly, you're gonna work on getting your toes together in the back and then pushing your hips to the floor. Now watch that we're not sickling our feet. We wanna try to push the ankles to the floor and the pinky toes to the ceiling. Once you have that all the way, the next step of that is to place your hands under your shoulders and then arch it up to work on that lower back as well. That's a really great stretch for the hip flexors and the lower back, and then work on looking towards the ceiling. Or you can just stay right there or right there, either way. You guys made it through your first stretch, great job. So do these stretches every day. Set your alarm, 15 minutes early in the morning and get up and get your day started with some stretches. I know you're gonna feel great afterwards. Good job, guys.
That was awesome. Now that concludes today's lesson. I hope you guys had fun because I sure did. Now, I want you guys to perform today's lesson and post it on your social media. Be sure to tag us so we can like, comment, and share it on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube page. The hashtag is #MOOCAHFineArts or #MOOCAHKidsRock. At the end of this video, I will list all of our social media platforms so you can find us or message us directly. Thank you so much for learning with us. Don't forget to tell a friend. Until next time, stay safe. Peace.